So our van's had like a few issues, and people keep asking, what's the deal with the van? Where's it at? Are you done yet? And we figured we would make a video to get everybody on the same page of where the van's at and all the issues that we've had to deal with.
We've had a few issues with the process of the van. The first issue is when we got the flares installed. I think we said in a previous video that we had ordered the driver's side flare to have a window in it, and what we got was a window in the passenger side flare. So we're currently waiting for our aftermarket installer to receive the new flare so they can replace it with a window on the driver's side.
We're also waiting for a window. Here's one. The window that they installed in the sliding door leaks around the seal. So that had to get removed and reinstalled, but in the process, the window got damaged. So now that window needs to be replaced.
So the new window for the sliding door is on order. I think it's about a 3-week lead time, which is pretty similar to the flares, which were ordered a little bit earlier. So we're hoping that we can get the van back to the aftermarket installer and have the sliding door window and the new flare replaced at the same time. So we only have to send the van back to them once.
Somebody was mouthwashing while they were driving, I guess. Probably drinking it. Can we fit this cup?
In a can.
We're just trying to make it a little bit nicer out here.
There's a strawberry-ta.
Ooh. So meanwhile, all of the aftermarket installation issues are ongoing. There's also a couple of issues from Mercedes.
Some Pall Malls. Little Tito's.
So we got the van with a power sliding door, which wasn't really, it was one of those things that was not really on our list of must-haves, but the van was available with everything else, so we were like, sure, it's like a, you know, a little perk. Makes it easy to open and close the door. But unfortunately, the closer mechanism doesn't always work for us. Once every like 5 to 10, maybe 15 cycles, the door won't close all the way. Here's a couple of pictures. Ooh. A little burnout. Here's a couple of pictures of what it looks like when it's not closed. Finally, the last issue that we found is
So far.
the sliding door rattles when we go over bumps. It's like right here. That's the noise. And I found the root cause is that some panel adhesive that Mercedes applies at the factory that bonds the inner and outer pieces of the sliding door together has failed. If you look at this panel here, there's a small gap here, but there's panel adhesive inside this gap. Same on the top. But this panel here, the panel adhesive is completely failed. It's like loose. And this one is bound for about this first inch, and the rest of it is totally loose. A few weeks ago, one of the times when I didn't have the van, took a whole pile of cardboard and I made it into a bunch of specifically sized boxes that were representative of different components that we were thinking about putting in the van. So then we could hold them inside the van and see where they fit, how we'll mount them, secure them, etc.
Cardboard boxes that Rob had made to put into the van in place of where the actual components will go, just to give us a spatial layout of what it might look like once we have all the things in there without having to buy them. So we can make sure everything fits and what orientation they should go in, make sure we can access all the electrical components, etc. It also helped with the different battery sizes. Rob made a few different models so we can kind of figure out what model to get that will get us the amount of power we need. What do you have there?
This is our 200 amp hour lithium battery from Victron.
How efficient is it?
It's hollow, so it's really good. I think we can fit 2 here very easily, with room to spare.
2.
We can make all of our connections to it easily accessible with a little door here. And I want to mock up a inverter to see if we could potentially fit that right on top, or maybe it's going to go on this side in that space.
Before we actually even bought the van, we came up with several different layouts that we thought could be an option for living in full time. And we looked at the 144 Sprinter wheelbase and the 170 Sprinter wheelbase. And as you can see, there are several different versions and iterations that we had made with different possible layouts. Oh, this is dog. He's in this one.
We even calculated for dog. Alright, so here's an image of all of the parts that we've received thus far, placed in the van pretty close to where we think they'll end up finally. This is looking in through the rear barn doors, and you can see over each wheel well is a water tank, and then just in front of the sliding door is our refrigerator, which will open on the front side, and not shown is our cooktop, which will sit right above the refrigerator. Between the refrigerator and the water tank on the passenger side is our reverse-osmosis water filtration system. Here's the view looking from the front. You can also see the shower pan, which will sit right behind the driver's seat, and the toilet, which we haven't yet received, will be inside of the shower stall. That all takes us to our latest and greatest drawing. which is here. We've got all of our components laid. You can see the water tanks here. This is the rear of the van. Our refrigerator is here. Our water filter is here, like you saw in the photos. Our shower pan is here, and this is our entryway through the sliding door. And this is kind of our workspace. And our bed will take up this area here when it's in the down position. And when it's raised, we'll have bench seating on top of both of these water tanks. All of these lines are the locations and lengths of our oak subfloor joists, which you saw are represented by blue tape in the pictures that I put in. So I've got a cut list. Right now I'm waiting for an electrician to come and install a 220 volt outlet for me so that I can use my table saw. And as soon as that's done this week, and as soon as we have the van back, then I'll be able to start actually making progress that looks like something.
If you guys like our videos or hate our videos, comment and let us know, and we'll try to tailor to what you guys want to see.
Okay, bye.
Bye.